How can we use science to explain how we achieve goals?
The way that goals are achieved has been described for a few thousand years now, that the same general steps have to be applied. And it starts with a thought, which is energy from infinite intelligence. The thought comes to you and you get an idea. You think of an idea came to me, which is exactly what happens. And when you get that idea, in order for it to start on the path to producing a goal, it has to be accompanied by desire, a desire to achieve that goal, to have that goal, to become that person, it has to be a goal that you want. If you get a thought and you brush it off and forget about it, it's not a goal. If you start out with a thought that generates an idea, and that idea is accompanied with desire, I want that to be part of my life. That's the next step, the next general step toward the goal. The next step is to take some kind of action, to start to make it happen. You may not know what that step is. And that's where things like meditation, intuition, if you want to think of it as prayer, those things, calling on the source energy, the knowledge and understanding that's in infinite intelligence, which is always there. That energy of infinite intelligence is always present, permeates everything, and is available to us if we are in a condition to receive it. That is the next step, is being open to what the next step toward your goal is. Then comes persistence, comes, as was called in one of the parables that Jesus said, because of his importunity and it's brazen demanding. Some people get offended when you say, I demand something of the universe. You're demanding it of yourself, because that energy, that intelligence is always in you. It's everywhere, including in you, dwelling in your body. It's what we call our core self, or our soul, is our portion of infinite intelligence. If we open that channel, that gate, that portal between ourselves, between our hearts and the heart of God or the mind of God, then that information can come as you listen with expectancy and with intuition. You will know what that next step is. If you're not convinced of it, but it's something that you hear or you sense that this is the next step, you take that step in trust. Sometimes the trust issue is the barrier, because we try to overthink it, overanalyze it. What if this, what if that? What about things that I'm not taking into account? And that anxiety closes the door and makes it so that you're back to your own logic, which typically does not work. And then driving the whole thing is the sense of expectancy that it's already been given to you. And there are two terms that are used throughout religion that are commonly cut out of the vocabulary of science because they are religious terms. They've been kind of taken on by the religious community and defined many different ways. And those two terms are faith and belief. And to me, faith is being convinced that I have the ability, because within me is the power, this energy of infinite intelligence. I have the ability to achieve my goal. And belief is being convinced that it's already been given to me. It's already waiting for me, because the energy has gone out, and that energy has started to produce in physical reality, because of this thing like the observer effect, has started to produce the thing that I'm thinking about. And Wallace Wattles talks about it. He says a thought produced in this substance creates the thing that's imaged by the thought. Genevieve Behrend says the same thing. She talks about it as thought words, forming a form or a mold for energy to fill. And Neville Goddard talks about it. Jesus talks about it. And it's been talked about so many times that it's hard to imagine that people don't get it. Faith is I am able. Belief is it's already been given to me. It's already out there waiting for me. Thanks for being with us today. My goal is to give you value with every lesson. If you would like us to notify you every time a new lesson is ready, click subscribe below, then turn on notification. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks.